everyone, this video is just to talk a little bit about the kind of anatomy of a website. Some websites are complicated in the way they look, so I created this handout that kind of describes what a typical website might look like and things to look for when you're trying to find your way around a complicated website. So this is an example of the Better Homes and Gardens magazine website. It's from several years ago, so the website doesn't look exactly the same now, but you can find the same kind of things on that website and many other websites. Usually towards the top, there's the title of the website. It's usually the name of the website, and when you go to that website and you navigate around, the title will usually always bring you back to the main homepage of that website. So it's kind of a get back to the beginning kind of button, but it also tells you the title, what that website is. Some websites, either in the top or somewhere on the page, will have a search bar. And it's a box where you can type in search terms, and it's only for searching for items within that website. So if I was looking for container gardening advice, I might, and I want to find out what Better Homes and Gardens magazine might have for articles about that, I could type container gardening in the search term, and it would only search for articles that are on the Better Homes and Gardens website. So it limits, it doesn't go out onto the internet and grab everything on other websites. It's only on this website. There's also usually some kind of menu or navigation, usually categories of the different types of content on the website. So sometimes it might be along the top. So Better Homes and Gardens has different sections like recipes and cooking, decorating and home ideas, gardening, etc. Sometimes those menus might be down the side. And sometimes those menus might be hidden. So if you're looking around and you can't find an easy way to navigate the different sections of a website, look for an icon that looks like this, 3 bars, one on top of the other. It's often called the hamburger menu, but usually when you click on an icon like this, it will pop out a navigation or some kind of menu on that page. So look for that hamburger menu. A lot of websites are supported by advertising, and so you'll often see ads either on the top or the bottom or on the sides. And just be aware that sometimes it's difficult to figure out if it's an ad or if it's content. Sometimes it'll say like a little word in the corner that says ad. This one has ad choices in the top, but it's not always obvious. So just always be aware, is it content or is it an advertisement? And as we know, nothing on the internet is free. Most of the stuff is supported by advertising. Somewhere on the web page or the web, there should be some kind of main content. So on the home page, it has like a featured, in this case, a featured recipe. As you click through the different categories, the main content might be an article like that container gardening article that I was looking for before. That'll usually pop up somewhere in the center and it will give you something to read. As you move the mouse around on a website, the navigation areas, and then sometimes there'll be words that are underlined and colored, and those are usually links or hyperlinks, which means they're clickable. And you'll know that they're clickable because you move the mouse over them, it changes from the arrow to this pointing hand icon. And that pointing hand icon indicates that that's a clickable link, and it will bring you to another page in the site, or perhaps even a page out of the site, that has more information about that topic. So if I clicked on this link here, I would get the recipe for the caramelized squash salad with pistachios and goat cheese. So look for those links. They may be colored and underlined text. Links can also be pictures. And then, of course, the navigation categories will also be links as well. You also might see social media links on a web page, and a lot of web pages, they like you to share their content on your social media. So Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram. So you may see icons for those social media buttons. And down here, there's a connect with us. So in this case, they have a Facebook page and a Pinterest page. So if you want to see their content that they post on their social media, you can click on those links. And those icons will match the icons for whatever social media site you're using. Twitter has a little bird, Instagram has a little camera, Facebook has the F. So recognize those. Those are links to social media. One thing on a website that people don't often think about is the small print way down at the bottom of a website. And that is that area is called the footer. And I have an example of the Better Homes and Gardens footer here. You'll find that small print. You might find things like their privacy policy or information about the company itself. If the company is owned by another company, you might see a link to access the parent company. So I know Better Homes and Gardens, if you click in the footer, you can find that they're owned by Meredith Corporation, which is a large media corporation that owns a lot of different media sites like Better Homes and Gardens and other magazines. So if ever you are concerned about the validity of a website, you want to know who is producing this content. Are they, do they have the authority to post what they're posting? Are they an opinion site, or are they a site that's supposed to be factual? You can usually get some clues about that by looking in the footer to see what they publish about themselves. You also might find contact information. So if you have a problem with the website or need to ask a question, there's usually a contact form there where you can send a message to the site itself, and hopefully they will have personnel that will respond to your question. So that is the anatomy of a typical website. So look for these different sections in websites that you go to, and that will help you navigate a website and find your way around.